As an event producer, I like to start on time. So we're going to start with introductions and we'll go around the horn and we'll just keep it to a real quick, who are you, where are you from, what do you do, and your favorite holiday dessert. How's that? Changing up a little bit today. So I'll go first. Thank you so much for coming. I'm Nancy Spooner. I am founder of Tempo Live Events. We are a freelance staffing agency. I'm an event producer and stage manager, deck manager. Live in San Diego or Encinitas, just north of San Diego. And my favorite dessert for the holidays is pumpkin pie. So Scott W., you get to go first.
Scott Waro, freelance technical director, technical producer, project manager based in the Boise area. I live in airports. Basic key lime pie. I make it with a Nilla wafer crust though.
That sounds good. I should have had lunch. Ray, go ahead. Speaking of key lime, it's Florida.
My name's Ray Franklin. I'm a presentation coach. I live in Central Florida, a little town called Mount Dora. And I'm happy to recommend Jolene, who is our guest speaker today, because I've worked with her for many years on some really big projects.
Thank you, Ray. So that's how you.
Oh, and any pie.
Any pie, exactly. I should
any
have said
pie.
that because every time someone's going to say something, I'm probably going to go, "Ooh, yum." Hey, Sal.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Sal Agostino. I'm originally I'm from San Diego, California. Right now, I'm based in San Jose for the last 3 months. I'll be here for another month. I'm a freelance show caller, stage manager, and in this particular gig I'm doing here, I'm the technical site manager overseeing several different groups of people, from carpentry to lighting to production to logistics. I've been wearing all those hats actually through this process until my team got together here the last couple of weeks. But I'm really glad to be a part of this team. I really enjoy working with Tempo the times I'm here, and I'm still doing a lot of freelance work. After January 20th, I'll be free again, as they say.
Take a nap and come back out.
Yeah, exactly. Pumpkin pie, just like you. I love pumpkin pie.
Oh, me too. Lonnie, hey. Good to see you, Lonnie.
Hello, I'm Lonnie Johnson, freelance technical director, LED engineer, and what's it called? Camera director. I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada. Travel everywhere and anywhere someone needs me. And my favorite dessert is Di Serrano.
Is what?
Di Serrano, amaretto. It's
Nice
alcohol
one.
liqueur. Yeah.
Ooh, I like the way you think. All right, Chris Code. Palm Chris.
I'm Chris Code, Calm Code Calling. That's me, show caller, stage manager based in Minneapolis. So thankful to you, Nancy, for keeping me working. This has been such a great ride this year.
Oh.
And favorite dessert is always lemon meringue pie for me.
Yes. Haley, good to see you, girl.
Yeah, you too. Hi, guys. I'm Haley. I live in Oceanside, California when I'm not living in airports or hotels. I'm a freelance event producer, and I think my favorite dessert, not a big dessert fan, I know, unpopular opinion, but my favorite dessert would probably be brownies if I had to pick one. So that's me.
All right. That's good. Never met a brownie I didn't like either. Cody.
Which one?
Oh, sorry. Do we have two here?
Oh,
I'm sorry,
snap.
Cody A. Sorry, Cody P. I'm going. Cody Anderson and Hank, they're kind of always joined at the hip, and they're literally joined at the screen together with me right now, too. So Cody A
Funny.
first. Sorry.
My name is Cody. I'm based in Orlando, Florida. I'm a freelance event producer, show caller, stage manager, kind of whatever you might need, as I tell Nancy. My favorite dessert would probably be any type of ice cream. Ice cream is like my go-to for any kind of sweet.
Okay. Fair enough. I was kind of going with holiday dessert, but I like what you guys are doing with this.
If I would say
Because I'm
holiday,
learn-
I'd say
I'm learning.
pumpkin pie with ice cream.
Yes. Or like really cold to cool it.
Lemon meringue on any holiday.
It does exactly. Terry. Hey, girl.
Unmute myself here. Hi, I'm Terry Dreher. I'm also based in Orlando. I am a show caller, graphics designer. I write, I produce, I do a bunch of stuff. Favorite holiday dessert is warm out of the oven gingerbread with cinnamon whipped cream.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a good one.
Well, I just made that, so it's still cooling on the sideboard here.
Awesome. All right, and Tara, I think you said it was Tara. I might have messed that up already.
Nope, you're right. It's
Yay.
Tara. Hi, everyone. My name is Tara Reason, and I am based in Kansas City. I'm an executive producer for an agency called Bishop McCann. And I actually learned about this group from my colleague, Jenna Woods, who I think has been involved in some of your other meetings. So she's on the road, and I was happy to be able to join and meet you guys. So
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You run with good people. I like Jenna. But welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, Cody P.
Howdy, y'all. My name's Cody Perot. I'm out of Denver, Colorado, and I have my own small production company called Coco On Demand Productions, where I do a variety of providing entertainment, like circus stuff, like aerialists, stilt walkers, character actors, all that kind of stuff, as well as AV services. So anything from virtual, I've done a bunch of that, as well as pre-production, post-production on live events, as well as acting as graphics op, producer, stage manager, just big old smorgasbord of whatever people ask me to do. And if I had to pick, I'd actually have to go eggnog, even though I don't know what was just said, but
That's okay. I got it. It was somebody was not on mute, but I got it. I think they said that eggnog sounds lovely. Oh
all year round, honestly.
my gosh. Can you find it year round?
You have to order it
Make it.
online, but
You can find anything on year round. What am I thinking?
In the northern part of Maryland, Highs actually does do eggnog all year round. Very good with Di Serrano.
Noted, Nani. Thank you. Brian Sullivan.
Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Sullivan. I am based in Chicago, and I'm a stage manager producer. My favorite dessert is my sister's chocolate chip cookies, I'd have to say.
Nice.
They're delish.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everybody.
Hey, Jeff Frank.
Hey there, it's been a minute. Good to see you and everyone else. Hey, friends. Jeff Frank here. I'm a freelance executive event producer. I got my own company called Whiz Bang Productions, and I'm officially on vacation because I'm just coming off the most difficult show in many, many years and taking some time to decompress. So good to see everyone again.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for hanging out with us after a hard show.
All good.
Jay Harmer. Hey, Jay. Uh-oh. You're unmuted, but your mic's not working. Shoot. Uh-oh, wait.
Yes, no.
There you go.
To me, yes. Am I on?
There you are.
This thing. Oh, that's so embarrassing. Right. I'm Jay Harmer. I'm from just outside of Vancouver, BC. I was a production manager for about 10 years, and then I founded CrewDriver, which was a company that we built this call-out software that handles the call-out process the way we want crew to be treated, where it's one at a time, wait to hear back from them, that kind of thing. My favorite dessert for holidays, my spouse participates in a cookie exchange where she will take cookies and return with like 8 different types of cookies. So it's whatever's in that bag that comes back. I will just hold that space for that.
Cookie exchange rule. I love it. Great to see you, Jay. Jolene, I'm going to skip over you if you don't mind. We'll come back because you got something to say. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, how are you? It's been a while.
I know.
Lisa Bronnett. I'm in Marina Del Rey, Los Angeles. And I am a room producer, content manager, content producer, speaker manager now. I've been doing some of that. Hospitality, a little bit of everything, whatever needs to be done kind of stuff. Just had some stuff cancel on me now going into the new year. So just ready, waiting for the next stuff and everything. Holiday, I'd probably say apple pie, but or anything chocolate really does it for me for dessert. Within reason.
Fair enough. All right. Heather Salter, I don't know if you want to unmute. I can talk for you. She's on set right now.
I figured it out.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Heather Salter. Right now, I'm in San Diego. I field produce and help Nancy with whatever she needs. And I'm so glad no one said berry pie. Any type of berry pie except cherry is my favorite. And today I'm on a still shoot down here in lovely San Diego.
Had a girl.
That's it. Yeah.
Nice. Thanks for joining, Heather.
Thank you for having me. I'm sitting here until I have to get called for something else.
All right. Hold that fort down. Barry. Uh-oh. You working, Barry?
Buffering.
Yeah.
Hi there, everybody.
There you are.
I'm Barry. I'm from Denver, Colorado. I've been in this world since about 1984. I kind of do everything. I'm a professional project manager on the side. And my favorite dessert, it doesn't matter year round, lemon meringue pie.
Enough. Was that you, Chris? Yeah, that's so good too. I don't know if I met a pie I didn't like. All right, Tim.
Try and unmute first, so I sounded like somewhat intelligent. Tim Bomba, Santa Monica, California. It's been probably the busiest fall I've ever faced. Been announcing basketball series, an entire women's volleyball series. If you haven't watched women's volleyball, it's amazingly exciting. Probably one of the most exciting things you can cover. Working with a few different colleges, sometimes subbing in at UCLA. And on the other side of it, been using my production skills as sort of a course manager for races and learning how, again, dealing with permits and the bureaucracies of the various little localities. So it's been going pretty well.
Nice. What's your favorite holiday dessert?
I make Russian tea balls. My grandmother's recipe she was born in 1899, though she denies it. Or she denied it, I should say. It comes from the mid 1800s. It's there's a variety of different approaches to this, but it's an old recipe. The only thing I've changed is I've upgraded the vanilla extract to a bourbon vanilla extract because it bakes better. There's nothing in it but butter, powdered sugar. Powdered sugar versus regular sugar keeps it from crumbling apart. And so you bake it with the powdered sugar in it and walnuts, and then a lot of this bourbon-based, you get it at Trader Joe's, the vanilla extract. Then when they come out of the oven and still hot, you roll them in more powdered sugar at least twice, freeze them overnight so everything melds together. And the next day, I've taken this to people who haven't touched sugar in a year, and people who go, I don't eat anything but vegan, they're gone in like seconds.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I know what you're talking about now. At first, I didn't get it, but I've seen them. I know. I'm on to you. That sounds awesome.
I have the recipe. I can, if anybody
put it in chat. That sounds awesome. Hey, Robert.
Hey, hi, how are y'all doing? Merry Christmas, happy holidays.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays.
I'm Robert Laney. I'm a freelance creative producer, writer, director, and a show caller, and I'm based in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I think my favorite current Christmas dessert is my wife makes these bonkers chocolate-covered peanut butter and Ritz cracker wafers. Yeah, you take a couple of Ritz crackers, put peanut butter on them, and then cover them in chocolate, dip them in chocolate, and let them cool and freeze. They're ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. Yes, my family does that with wheat thins when I go home to my dad's house. Wheat thins, peanut butter dipped in chocolate. Same thing, I bet. Oh my gosh. Okay.
By the way, my mom used to make those Russian tea cakes that Tim talked about. Although if she would have had the bourbon flavored vanilla, it would have been better, but they were great.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Someone already there's the recipes in the chat room. Hey, Miles. Miles, you're on mute. Isn't that what your license plate says? True story?
Yes, my license plate says you're muted.
You're muted.
I should listen to my own license plate.
Mm-hmm.
It would help. Well, I'm sorry, I got to the party late. I missed the call this morning. I'm sorry. I'll buy everybody coffee. We're talking.
Who are you?
about-
Where are you from? What do you do? And what's your favorite holiday dessert?
Oh, metaphysically or geographically? I'm from Milwaukee by ways of Grand Rapids and now Los Angeles. And what was the other question?
What do you do?
Oh, I smuggle semi-automatic weapons to fifth graders, generally in the Midwest. It pays really well. I'm a stage manager, and my favorite holiday gift or dessert is actually my brother-in-law's next door neighbor. She makes the best bakery in the world. Nobody can compete with it, and it is super, super amazing. But along those lines, yes, she makes a peanut butter brittle with chocolate on top that it's like the hell with dinner. Just go for the dessert. And if there's
Totally.
any room left over, then go for that, dinner.
I'm in charge of dessert at my Christmas Eve dinner coming up. So trust me, there's a reason I'm doing this.
No
I'm
pressure.
taking
No
notes. I'm
pressure.
taking notes. All right, who have we not seen? Alicia.
Hello, I'm on my lunch break. My name is Alicia. I am brand new, both to the industry and to the group. I am event production, event management, coordination, whatever kind of staffing out that you might need of staff. I'm based in Seattle, Washington. I just moved here from California. I used to live in Encinitas and I loved it. And I'm definitely team eggnog. I will put Disarno. I will put it in any hot beverage I have come across my plate. I will make it into a pie. Whatever needs to happen, it will have eggnog.
Oh my gosh.
And I learned to make it myself during my year studying abroad in college because they do not have an eggnog type equivalent in Italy. So now I know how to make it. And it has more sugar than you think.
Oh my gosh. Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, I think I'm down to Michael Orlando. Did you pop in yet?
Nope.
There you are.
So Michael Orlando, I am a freelance technical director from the great state of Florida and the city of Orlando. And my favorite dessert is apple pie. I will vote for apple pie.
There you go. Coming out to Julian out in San Diego. God, they got good apple pie. All right. Someone, who was it? I had someone more to hit. Who have I missed? You just turned on your camera. Or you?
Nicola.
Nicola, there you are. I'm like, who was that? I saw someone.
Hey.
There you are.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, lady.
Hi, sorry, I'm late to the party. I'm doing a show in London, so I'm going to have to leave you shortly. Nobody cares about my pudding. Not interested. I'm a show caller. Been doing it 30 plus years. That's all I do. I don't do anything else. That's pretty much it. And theatre. That's it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us all the way from London. Appreciate
Sorry,
that.
I'm just a quickie because I have to go back soon, but it's late
Okay.
here. So I'm here.
Dessert,
But
Nicola.
nice to see you all.
Dessert. I want to know what your dessert is.
Gin and tonic all the way. Forget the dessert. I'll drink it.
That's my girl. All right. I think that's everyone. There's a 415 area code that just jumped in. I'm not sure who that is. Who's that?
Hi, it's Lori Wright.
Hi, Lori. Good to see you.
Hey, I had trouble joining on my computer, so that's why I'm on my phone.
Aw. Well, thanks for being here, Lori. What's your job, Lori? What do you normally do? Where are you based?
I'm based in San Francisco Bay Area, and I'm a producer.
Perfect. And last question, what's your favorite holiday dessert?
My favorite holiday dessert. Wow. Probably pumpkin pie.
There you go. We had a handful of those. All right. Did I get everybody except for Jolene? I think I did. Okay. So next up, you guys, is our special guest today. Thank you so much, Ray, for introducing Jolene to me and to us. She gave me a quick little bio that I'm going to read. Board certified health coach and owner of the coaching practice, The Happiness Anchor. She worked in production for 20 years for Fortune 500 companies like McDonald's, Yum Brands, and 2 Olympics. She lived the long days and hard, stressful jobs like all of us. Her gig now is working with event production professionals like us to help us get from burnout to energized and empowered. So she's going to talk to us about how in the heck we're supposed to survive. I mean, we made it through third quarter, which was weird, was it not? And now we're moving into first quarter, which is usually just kicks our butt anyway. So Jolene, tell us everything you want to, ask questions, you guys. This is a free open space for all of us just to interact. And it's not a presentation. It's not a webinar. It's just Jolene telling us what she knows about how to stay healthy on the road. And the think tank was founded during the pandemic, just as all of us freelancers sharing information and helping each other out through the pandemic. And I want to continue it. So I'm so glad that you're here, Jolene. Tell us what's going on. And I'll let you speak. And I'll keep an eye on the chat room. You guys feel free just to raise your hand, talk to Jolene at any point.
Yeah,
Take it
for
away, girl.
sure. Thank you, Nancy, and thank you all for being here. I live in Crested Butte, Colorado, where I love to ski. And my favorite dessert, it's actually not really a dessert, but my mom would always make this layered Jello. I don't know if anyone else here has ever had it. It's like a sour cream and Jello layers. It's like an 70s classic. So that's always, and it was always at Christmas. So that's my favorite holiday dessert.
I believe it's called a trifle.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I'm excited to be here with all of you because I get to join my two passions, which are production and taking care of ourselves. So as Nancy mentioned, I'm going to share some tips and then I'm going to ask you some questions, but feel free to throw stuff out into the chat. I also have a tip sheet with all of this, so nobody needs to take any notes. I can share that in the Slack channel. Or if you want to send me your email in the chat, I can get it to you. Or my email is really easy. It's my name, JoleneZuba@gmail.com. You can connect with me there too. So we got a ton of snow today. Hopefully internet's going to work for me. Can you guys hear me okay? We're working good because my earbuds are not behaving. Okay, great. Thank you. So today what I want to cover is how we can get better quality sleep, and how to find some calm amidst the chaos of production. And then the two most impactful things I believe you can do to improve your health, and it does not include any greens, I promise. And then the last thing I'll share with you is 5 non-time consuming ways to stay healthy on the road. So first, I'd like to hear from all of you. What is the #1 challenge you deal with on the road? Is it sleep? The #1 health challenge? Is it sleep? Is it moving more? Is it nutrition, hydration? You can just type it in the chat for me. Stress management, time management, sleep. Yep. Some of you filled out, thank you for those who did fill out the survey. Sleep was the #1 there. So, yep. Perfect. I'm going to start with sleep. Vegetarian food, yes. If we have time, that's something I wanted to talk about, is how we can influence some nutrition on the road. So, all right, we'll jump into sleep. I used to think that healthy living on the road was an oxymoron, and then I went to school and learned some tools and techniques that I'm hopefully going to help you guys develop and share today. When you find, we're all really different. So even though I'm sharing a ton of things, I'm not saying you have to do all of these things. Just try 1 or 2 and see what works. And then when you find something that works, create a routine. That is key, consistency. Because what happens is it's like wearing down a path. Your body will start to get used to it and will start to recognize. And what's really important for sleep is a routine at night, because that starts to signal to your body it's time to unwind and go to bed. I'd love to hear from you guys as well. Why don't you sleep well on the road? Or answer this question: I could sleep better if, because I'd love to hear what some of you feel the reasons are for not, overtime, not sleeping well on the road.
Their pillows.
Yes. That's actually one of my tips. If you can pack your own pillow or your own pillowcase, I find that, because I'm very sensitive with pillows as well. Wind down, temperature, yep. Noisy hotel. Yeah.
Turn off my brain.
Right. So
who said that? Haley. Yeah. Just coming out of rehearsal, right? Like if it depends on what your job is. If you're running graphics, you'd probably see graphics in your sleep. Like I am calling cues in my sleep, trying to go to bed, and I'm thinking cues. And yes. I've
always wondered if teleprompters have, like, if they see that in their mind when they fall asleep. There's just a scroll that's happening.
Scared I won't wake up the next day.
Yeah. So my #1 tip for that, Nicola, is set 3 alarms. I set my phone, I set the alarm that comes in the hotel room and I call the front desk and have a wake up call. And with the alarm that's in the hotel room, I put it in the bathroom. And then I physically have to get out of bed because I'm the snooze queen. I will hit the snooze.
My recommendation is have a human as well, preferably your assistant or somebody that will actually make sure you're up.
That you're there.
Definitely.
Yep.
That's a great
Yeah.
idea. Great ideas.
Awesome. Thank you. Sleep's the most important thing to me, I think, for health, because it's necessary for everything that our body does, our mental function, our organ health, our immune system. And they've been finding that poor sleep is now linked to chronic disease risk, Alzheimer's, and dementia. So it's really important that we can get good sleep, even if you can only get 4 hours. It also sabotages your weight loss efforts. It makes you hungrier. It impacts the decisions that you make. It weakens your self-control. That's why we're going for the brownies. I know when I didn't get enough sleep, I was always wanting carbs. I wanted pasta and potatoes. So what can we do? The first thing that I recommend is you do a sleep audit. And what that means is take yourself back to when you've slept really well. Think of a time in your life when you were getting excellent sleep. And what was going on in that environment? What was the light level? What were the sounds? What was the temperature? And create an environment that's conducive for you. So I also like to think of it as the 5 senses: see, smell, hear, feel, and taste. So for me, when you think about your sight, think about the light level in the room. I like it really dark. So I actually bring an eye patch with me because a lot of times hotel rooms don't have the blackout curtains. Smell, yeah, hotel rooms can really stink. So I travel with a little bottle of essential oils. You can get these at your local grocery store or a health food store. You can also get pillow spray or a room spray. And the scents that help relax you are going to be lavender, ylang ylang, jasmine, or rose. But what I recommend is go to the store and smell these and see what really resonates with you, because we're all different. A glass of water on the nightstand is also really helpful because then you don't have to get out of bed and disrupt your whole pattern that you've got going on. As I mentioned, pillowcase, pillow if you can pack it, or if you can become friends with a stagehand and they can put it in a case. The thermostat is really important. Do you like it cold or do you like it hot? I like it warm. I know a lot of people like it cold to fall asleep, but I like it warm. So I actually set the thermostat if I have time to drop off my luggage before I have to be somewhere, and I'll set the thermostat then so the room's ready when I get back. Yeah, a lot of people like it cold. And then sound. What I like to do is I listen to, it's called Healing Frequencies on Spotify or Sleepy Jazz, and that really helps me fall asleep. But some people like to do white noise or other soothing music or sleep meditations. So is there anything in here I'm going to check the chat now and see if anything's resonated with you guys, or if anyone has any questions at this point, jump in. Heating pad, that's a great thing.
I feel like I come out of the ballroom freezing my butt off, right?
Yep.
And then I run cold anyway. I like to sleep cold, but I can't get to sleep when I'm that darn cold. That's what I struggle with. Like, it's hot when I get into the room because I'll turn up the thermostat, but then I can't sleep hot. Then I have to turn it back down cold.
Or do you do a hot shower?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely. Every night. I'm listening to a sleep meditation. I have the Aura ring that I got for Christmas last year, and it has on the app some really good sleep meditations. And he talks about every night, do the same routine every night. And it's a hot shower for me. And that signals to my body, like, it's time. We got to go to bed.
Yeah.
So.
I like the, so what's 4-7-8 breathing, Tim? Do you want to share?
Why? I already shared the cookies. Yeah, I heard about this, like so many other things, on Ted Lasso. They mentioned it with the sports psychologist talking to the team, so I looked it up. It's a very real thing. It was developed by Dr. Andrew Weil, East and West Medicine, for about 3. A sleep pattern, or I'm sorry, a breathing pattern you do, mostly sitting up, but you can do it lying down. 4 seconds of an inhale, hold for 7, exhale, but with sound, so you can hear the exhale for 8 seconds. You can only do most people about 5 or 6 of these when you're starting, because you can get a little lightheaded. As you develop it, You can do 8 or 9. I've been doing it for about a month. It took me about 2 or 3 weeks for it to kick in, but it definitely relaxes the person. I do this sometimes going into, if I'm announcing like a sort of a higher impact, high profile game, before I go in there and get my scripts, which are like 10 seconds before we go on. I'll do these outside, and it's a very effective thing. You can look it up. Again, Andrew Weil invented it, and a lot of sports psychologists now use it. I don't know if it was because of Ted Lasso, but they say it's very effective as well.
Yeah, for sure. Breathing exercises. Someone mentioned the Calm app as well, but if we have time, there's a breathing exercise I like to do as well. And Andrew Wiles, he's a guru in this field. He's great. Lisa had mentioned also stay off devices for 30 minutes at least. That's definitely, I was going to mention that because the blue light from those devices activates your circadian rhythm and stimulates your brain. So if you are someone that needs to fall asleep with a device, you can get blue light blocking glasses. This is my pair, they look like normal glasses, but they will block the blue light and help your circadian rhythms get into a sleep mode and not stimulate your brain. So yes, a lot of you mentioned that you have too much going on in your brain when you go to sleep. So what I recommend is clear the mental clutter. And that means get out a piece of paper or your digital device, whatever you need, and write out everything you need to think about tomorrow or what you're worried about for tomorrow. Lay out your clothes for work, or if you're going to do a workout, create that to-do list, look over your calendar one more time, and then you just got to put it away. Because you've done everything you can do. You got to let go and remind yourself it's now time to sleep. There's a time for work and there's a time to sleep. I like to leave a notepad next to myself on the nightstand. So if I do wake up in the middle of the night with something, I just grab that notepad and I just write all over it. It's kind of crazy sometimes in the morning. Then I'm not picking up my phone and stimulating myself. But the key also is that routine that I mentioned earlier, if you can really find what works for you, because we're all very different, and then stick with that routine. Like I said, it's wearing that path, and it will start signaling to your body it's time to fall asleep. Read before you fall asleep. That might help get your brain off of work and into something that's just pleasurable, just an easy to read book. And then the last thing that I want to mention that helps me relax is to close out the day with a moment of reflection or gratitude on the positives from that day. And it can be something as simple as the elevator went straight to my floor, or I found my lucky pen. Dinner was good. It doesn't have to be big, deep things. It can be something very simple, but it helps your brain get into a positive mindset as you fall off to sleep. So those are the sleep tips. Does anyone have more questions? I'm opening this up for you guys at this point. Just reading through the chat. I'll share a list.
Lisa, we're gonna send out the records of this too, or everybody. Let's see, Lisa's asking for a list.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one note, Jolene, and that is don't call home in your last 30 minutes before you can go to sleep.
Oh, that could, yeah.
That's a great tip.
That's a great tip. Sorry, family.
Sometimes it's just easier to acknowledge that you're going crazy, wondering how that transition between the next person coming on stage and the last person leaving will drive you crazy. And at that point, I just get out of bed, turn on the light, go to my computer, do anything, and then go back to sleep in a half hour. And by then, usually things have settled down and I'm not perseverating over things that are going to become obvious anyways in 6 hours.
Yeah.
That's a great tip, Miles, because isn't it like the more you fight it, the louder it gets?
Yeah.
So just get up, take care of it.
I mean, I'd like to hear how other people deal with it at 3 o'clock in the morning when all this stuff is flying through your head. And you didn't think it was a big deal when you went to sleep, but when you get up at 3 in the morning, it just takes on this like it's like a dragon entering your hotel room.
Alicia, I like your question too. I don't have an answer for you, Miles.
I
Well, there
always
you
have
go. Thanks.
I always have a notepad next to my bed. and write everything down in the middle of the night, because then in the morning I'm like, oh, I already did that. I got that, you know?
Yeah, I like that. And I like Alicia's question. She's like, is it better to do one more thing to get sleepy or get those extra 20, 60 minutes of sleep? I struggle with that too. I get you. Do I do one more thing, one more meditation? Should I just go to sleep? I guess it depends on, I don't know.
It really, yeah, it depends on you and listening to your gut in that moment and what that, you know, if you feel like sleep is what you really need and when you lay down you can make it happen, or if you're feeling like I'm sort of tired but I'm not there yet, then, you know, doing something to get sleepy is probably going to get you there faster. It's such a personal thing. All right. I'll move on. The next topic that was really hot in the survey was finding the time and the energy for workouts on the road. And I know a lot of people can relate to this. So if you'd like to share, if you are someone who works out, share one of the reasons or what the reasons are that you're currently not working out when you want to be.
I love sleep so much.
And that is
hard.
Yeah, it's definitely, that's the compromise, right? Like more sleep or working out. Like sometimes you have to decide which is more important.
I actually use, like I said in the chat, I use my workout to make me go to sleep because I will work out to exhaustion. So then that way I just fall asleep.
Yeah, did I read you're a swimmer, Lonnie?
Yep. I can't remember a thought of not swimming in my life. I've been swimming since before even 5 years old, and that's even my go-to relaxation method as well, just to swim.
That's what I was going to ask you, if that swimming time also allows you to kind of clear your brain, work out problems, and
yeah, it goes along with that 4-7-8 breathing, because I will submerge myself, and basically that cuts out all the sound and you can't hear anything else unless it's in the pool as well. And then that way you're able to like get to a zone and just focus and not have anything else on your mind. It helps drown out all the other things that you're thinking about that's going on with the show. You know, is this hooked up right? Is signal flow right? Do you have the show flow timing down and everything else? It helps like just close that out. And it's funny when people ask, why are you asking for a hotel with a pool on your rider when you're going on stuff? I was like, because I need it for health reasons. And that's the best way to say it, because then people are like, okay, understood. And they just find something that at least has a pool. It's the getting to it before 10 o'clock, as most of us know, we're never usually always done before 10. So you have to learn how to do a little breaking and entering once in a while to get into the pool.
See, I never have found time, unfortunately, on site to actually work out, but I always used to work out in the evening, or, you know, some people who know me on Facebook, whatever, I do my sunset walks and stuff like that. And I work out in the evening. And I actually had a doctor tell me more now, because I have more sleep issues, working out in the evening is not the thing to do, because it keeps your body more adrenaline and going, as opposed to the opposite, like Lonnie would, where it doesn't actually supposed to, you know, make you sleepy and stuff like that.
Generally speaking, they say, yeah, not to be working out late at night. But like we said, everybody's different. And Lonnie's found a way that because it's two things for him. It's getting him working out. It's unwinding him, relaxing him, letting him think through some problems. It's meditative for him. So I would definitely experiment, you know, see if you're working out at night and then you're having a hard time falling asleep, that's probably not working for you. But if it's working, then, you know, that's great.
Can I pipe in here?
Yeah.
So I do a lot of yoga, and I've noticed that there, especially at the end of the day, if I am going into a shavasana after the end of like a really intense sequence, I will legitimately sometimes start snoring in shavasana and like wake myself back up. So with something what I found is that it's the control of the breath. It's like putting your body under that intensity of the workout while still maintaining slower breath. That really just like it exhausts your body, but then it like connects you to it, and then following that with just like a little bit of meditation to completely clear your mind, that does wonders.
Yeah. And Cody, well, I got you. You had mentioned in the chat you feel like the work thing always needs to take a priority.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yes, we're all hired because we're professionals and we're reliable. But I also think about the saying, you put your oxygen mask on first on the plane so that you can then take care of others. Because if you don't and you're incapacitated, you're not good for anybody. So that's how I think about workout or meditation in my day. If I don't do it, I'm not good for anybody else. And this leads me into my biggest tip for all of you is get rid of the all or nothing thinking. All or nothing thinking holds us back in so many areas. And that's I have to work out for an hour or it's not worth it. They have shown that you can work out for 10 to 15 minutes a day and still have the benefits of toning muscles and staying healthy and keeping your blood flow going. So think about that. It's definitely a shift in kind of what the social thought has been, but they're now showing that if you can just do 10 minutes a day, you'll have an impact. And isn't that a lot more achievable than going and saying, I got to work out 60 minutes? Well, I can't get that done today. So you got to take care of yourself because you're not going to be able to sustain your health or working and doing what you love.
Jillian,
yeah.
Jillian, that brings up a really good app. And if you guys know Coy North, stage manager, she is religious with her 7-minute workout app, and she introduced it to me, and we're talking an 18-hour day show where we are dying. I'm deck managing. I'm on my feet all day, and I have her as my accountability partner when I was working with her. And I would do it. I would do the 7 minutes, and there's a couple different 7-minute workout apps. And to do that first thing in the morning, it was only an extra, maybe let's say 15 minutes of my day that I actually didn't get to sleep. But the blood flow, my red eyes, I woke up so puffy and red, the red would get out of my eyes and my skin would unpuff. It was crazy. And so I do say I want that sleep, but a 7-minute workout is completely doable. And the app is great because they make you do squats, sit-ups, push-ups, lunges, so you get like a full body workout and your blood just gets pumping. And I feel like I was way better on set when I did those 7-minute workouts for sure. Thank you, Coy, wherever you are.
I agree. I do the same thing.
Yeah, I'm a yoga person too, like Cody. So I'm doing 10 minutes or 7 minutes in the morning. That gets my blood flowing too and gets me going. Or if I need to unwind at night, I'll do that. I'm a big fan of Yoga with Adriene. She's got a YouTube she's got a YouTube channel, millions of followers, and she has yoga for all levels. And if you get her app, you can use a filter and you can decide how long you want to go for or how strenuous you want to be. That's a great one too. In the sheet that I'll share with all of you, I have some links to really short, like working out in a hotel room, using your body weight, exercises that you can do while you're tied to a headset. So yeah, if you think of nothing else today, keep it short and sweet, make it achievable, because once you start to achieve it, you're going to feel really good, and that's going to build your confidence and your momentum. And then you're going to start figuring out how you can keep doing that consistently and build it into your day. Again, 10 minutes. 10 minutes is all you need to do. Maybe it's a little less time in the buffet line or doing what you got to do, but you're going to feel better for the rest of the day and more prepared to handle all those things that are going to be coming at you during the day. But some days we can't, right? Some days our call time is 5 a.m. fed and watered, as Ray used to say. So you got to get up at 4 and get showered and eat and be ready to go. And those are the days where you just need to give yourself some grace and say, it's not going to happen today. That's okay. Maybe you modify what you eat a little bit. I'm a big fan of moderation. I'm not someone who says you have to do all this or you have to do all that. I like compromise. So maybe you could walk a little more that day, or if you have to take a phone call, maybe you can walk and talk. But it goes back to that all or nothing thinking. Don't fall into that trap that if I didn't get a workout in today, the whole week is shot and I might as well start over next week. Why not just say, today it didn't happen, but I'm going to try tomorrow. Because that's another thing I wanted to talk about is self-talk. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. It's a Henry Ford quote that I love. So my final tips are keep it realistic, set a short, achievable goal so you feel accomplished. Find movement you enjoy. Like Lonnie loves to swim. So maybe it's something that you used to do when you were younger, or maybe it's something you want to try. Make it exciting. Don't make it something that you dread. If you don't like getting on the treadmill, don't make yourself get on the treadmill, because you're not going to go. It's not going to happen. You're going to find every reason in the world and you're going to procrastinate. And if you feel completely overwhelmed and you don't know where to start, or you still feel like you don't have enough time, hire a professional. We hire professionals for so many things in our lives, and that's what health coaches like me do. We work with you. It's a collaborative process. I don't tell you what to do. I ask you the questions so that you can discover some insights about yourself and figure out what you like. And it's a really fun partnership to help you achieve some goals, some outcomes, and feel empowered, because it's really strange, but I've done my job well if you don't need me anymore. So it's usually like a 6-month process that I'll work with someone, or a year, to get them going and feel really good about things and be able to sustain that. And it's a process. It takes time. If it happened overnight, we all would have been there already. So yeah, if we have time, we can get into some of the questions that people had posted in the survey, but I want to open this up and see if you guys have any questions. Run from the hotel to the show site. I like that. Ooh, Cece, talk about how you do that. Backstage graphics. So you run every other session standing up.
Yeah, I mean, if I have a full day, if we have 6 hours of presenters back to back, I will just, if every 30-minute segment, I'll just stand up and push the button, because it's easy enough for me to stand so that I don't end up sitting for 8 to 12 hours in the day. So that's my rhythm. So, first presenter, I'll stand up. Second presenter, I'll sit down, and just keep myself moving. It keeps me from getting hungry, interestingly. Like, it just activates my brain. So
yeah, they say sitting is the new smoking.
Exactly. So, and I have a stand-up desk at home, or an adjustable desk at home. So I tend to do that throughout the day. So I just keep it up on show site by giving myself a structure for those long presentation days.
Mm-hmm.
And for a stand-up desk, just note to self, I work at the US Open tennis, and that is a lot of sitting for weeks on end. And so I've realized if I put a Evian water bottle box where they have all the cases of water they give us, I put it up on my desk, and 2 max, but I can put one right in front of me, and my laptop fits right there, and I can stand up and work. And I do that a lot at the Open. My back actually, because I'm standing up now, my back will actually hurt when I sit now, because I'm so used to standing. So if you guys are ever around, like just like an Apple box, or Apple box, that's film, but some sort of water box or whatever, put it on your desk, and you can put your laptop on it, and you can actually, it's a good height for those who want to stand. Side note.
Also, here's another one is I just did it actually, going from sitting in like a 90-degree knee position into just like sitting completely on the ground. So if you're just like trying to change up your level of like kind of where like you need to just like move your body a little bit, either cross-legged, or like I'm just sitting on the floor stretching like while you're working on your laptop.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm at a standing desk right now. This is where I feel the best. I generally only sit if I'm at a Zoom, if I'm watching.
I have a question, Jolene. This is Sal. Can you speak more to like sustainability? Because I know in this particular case, when I've been up here every day for the last month, has been a new challenge to get this show going. And every night I think about the next day's challenge, or what we're about to go into. And I learned a lot about myself in this particular job. This is something I've never done before in this huge of a magnitude. But how do you sustain the getting into a I don't know, just a rhythm, or how any tips on how you can do that, especially when every day is so different and a new challenge arises. Can you speak to that at all?
Yeah, what I like to do, Sal, is I have my morning routine, which is really short, and then I have an evening routine. And that I feel like anchors me. And then whatever else happens in the middle of the day, I feel like I've at least taken care of myself. So my morning routine is, I get up, I do some stretches or some yoga, I meditate. And if I have time, then I'll maybe do some weights or some cardio, get in the shower, eat my breakfast. That's always the same. So that's like my anchor. And then in the evening, it's get the light level low in the room, maybe read a little bit of a book, do my gratitude or my journal, and then turn out the light. So I know, like, if the day is crazy, I have that to look forward to. I'm going to unwind at the end of the day. Does that seem like something you could achieve?
Yeah, some days. And then some days not. My days here have been 14 to 16 hours for the last month. So this is a great that you're on. Today was perfect. Nancy, thank you for me to get. Right now it's operations mode, so I'm a little bit better at that. But I know that the out is going to be almost like that, so I can anticipate what I'm about to do. So this helps me a lot. You're right. Doing that, the anchor parts, I think that's a good tip for me, because usually I just roll into the next day or the next set of problems or next challenges, whatever it is. So I'm going to really concentrate on doing that. And I think you have to be very mindful of doing just that. Because I think we just tend to forget because we're just rolling into the next project or thinking about the next set of things we need to do, right? And at the same time, there's that client wanting us to have some kind of, accomplishment at the end of the day and knowing what we're going to do the next day. So we're accountable to them as well. So this helps me out a lot. I really appreciate you being here today. And Nancy, again, thank you so much for having her.
Yeah, I think one of the hardest parts of our jobs is boundaries, because the client just wants, access to you all the time. So that's why I try to create that. Does anyone else, a lot of you have been doing this for a long time. How have you been able to sustain what you do and your health?
One of the things that as much as I miss seeing so many friends on site, a lot of times I will kind of bypass the big dinners with friends and stuff at night, just so I can go back and kind of start my wind down, because I know I have a lot of sleep challenges. So sometimes for me, I just need that extra time. And while I love seeing my friends and everything like that, and, maybe once I'll do it, but I feel like a lot of times I have to give up a lot of things that I want to do for my personal self in order to be able to recharge myself, just to be able to know I'm doing something for the next day.
Sheer will and determination, right, Scott? It takes discipline. It definitely takes work. And that's why I'm like, when you get that routine, stick with it. Then you don't have to think about it.
You know what trick I've been doing over the years is try to get a room near the gym. Then I just sneak over, because I don't like to go down the elevator to the lobby and, my fitness clothes. If I can get a room, and if it's at the gym's on the first floor, around the corner from the room, that's just another tidbit too. An easy little hack that I've been doing.
Yeah. Before I leave you guys, I do want to do this. We had talked about finding calm amidst the chaos. So one thing, and this might help you too, Saul, if everything around you is crazy, I do a 5-finger breathing, and you literally just trace with one finger. You inhale and exhale and inhale, and you can do it with your eyes open. You can do it with your eyes closed. And that right there can at least give you a moment of centeredness, remind yourself what's important. You are the most important thing, because if something happens to you, the show can't go on. As much as, we think that we're all working so hard, but if we're not there, then it's not good for anybody. So the two most impactful changes, I think, or things you should focus on, are sleep and hydration. If you can do those two things, the rest will then eventually fall into place. And some of these tips, obviously, if you're really trying to lose weight, that's a separate situation, because as the saying goes, you can't outrun a bad diet, but that's a topic for another time. So the last thing, 5 non-time consuming ways to stay healthy on the road. As I said, hydrate, do the sleep audit and pick one thing you can experiment with. Do chair stretches. Those are in the tip sheet. Incorporate the breathing exercise like the 5 fingers, and close the day with a moment of gratitude. I think, if you can get that going, that gets you in a better headspace, and then you can start to think about other things that you want to improve in your life.
That's cool.
Show bacon. I'm a big fan of show bacon. That's why I love moderation. Nothing's off limits. I can have my bacon. Yeah, meditation apps like Calm, 10% Happier, Headspace. Those are all really great. No bacon for Terry. Well, thank you all. I'll put the tip sheets in Slack, or like I said, email me. If you're not in Slack, it's JaleneZuba@gmail.com. And I hope you all have a really good holiday and great first quarter.
Thanks, Jaylene.
Oh, thank you so much. This was awesome. Look at hearts. You guys, it was great to see you all. See, Frank said you need to meet Jaylene. Here we are. It worked. If you guys have other ideas or people or something, we'll probably meet quarterly, because that's when I think is the sweet spot for us right now, because we're all so busy. We don't need to meet every week. We don't need to meet every month. So I'm game. Just let me know what you guys want to talk about. If you need old records from previous episodes of the Think Tank, I got them. We're talking taxes and business entities. I know first quarter's coming up. But this was awesome. This is different. I really liked it. Well done.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, friends.
Thank you so
Great
much.
to
You guys
see
have good
you.
holidays.
Happy
Can't wait to see you
holidays,
again.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Holidays. Bye.